That was nice to sing with you. Now let's do the work on the cover of your weekly together. What do we see here? This says, I have problems. What is wrong in the picture? You and I are going to circle these things together, and then you're going to talk with your adult who's helping you about how to fix the problems that you and I are going to find. So let's see. Maybe you can find some of them yourself. Why don't you take a look? Here's an up close of what's happening. And now before I circle them, I'm just going to tell you some things that I see wrong. I see somebody who has on, I see two people who have on the wrong kinds of things on their feet. Do you see those? Do you see a little girl who is skating? Look at her skates. One of them's an ice skate, but the other one's a roller skate. That's not good. She could get hurt. And I see a little girl who's working with the snowman there, and she has on slippers outside in the snow. She could get sick. What about her friend there? He's missing something. Can you figure out what it is? I'll tell you in a little bit. Can you see the little boy who's too deep in the snow? Or the one who's going downhill backwards on his sled? What about the little girl whose skis are crossed? Can you find that? Can you find the little boy who has too many clothes on? And there's something funny about that snowman's face. Well, let's see how many of them you got. And I am going to help you circle them now. Did you get the little girl who has her skis crossed? She has a very worried face on. I would too if I had my skis crossed. That could hurt. And how about this little boy? He's the one who's too deep in the snow. He looks like he's stuck. This little boy is smiling, but he might not be when he reaches the bottom of the hill because he's going backwards. And maybe on little hills, maybe sometimes it's okay if your parents tell you it's okay to go backwards. But that looks like a pretty big hill. And I'm thinking he's maybe got a problem there and not doing the right thing. How about this poor kid? It looks like somebody overdressed him or had him wear too many clothes, or he just picked out too many clothes that morning. He can barely move. And of course, the roller skate on the ice rink, that poor girl is in danger. And what about this one? Does she want to get sick? That's a problem. And this little boy, he might get sick too. Does he want to get sick? I don't think so, but he does not have his gloves and his earmuffs on. His fingers must be frozen. Look, if you look closely at your weekly, you can see they're a little red on the tips. And now the snowman's face. I don't know. Maybe they're just being creative. It's upside down. Maybe they wanted it that way. Maybe it's a problem. Maybe they wanted it that way. If they want, they can fix it. How can they fix it? Talk to Mom and Dad about how to fix these things. Answer some questions, and I'll see you in a few minutes in the next video.